And good evening, folks. We welcome you back to the University of Louisiana at Monroe and Lou's Amant Field here for Game 2. This is East and West, ready to get things going. My name is Doug Gann alongside of Chuck Perkins. We're going to turn it over to our public address announcer and get the starting lineups out for you.
Successful businessman and a man of heart and service. He's a general manager of Firehouse, a proud owner of Jeans Caring Hands, a business rooted in compassion, and above all, he's a proud father of four: Brittany, Trey, Benicia, Courtney, and grandfather of three: Avery, Grace, Ashton, and David. Let's give a warm welcome to Mr. Eugene Whitney. Thank you, Mr. Eugene, for everything you do for the community of Monroe. And now we're going to start announcing the rosters for the East team for Game 2 of the 2025 LBCA Underclass. Number 1, Peyton Amy. Number 2, Jaden R. Number 3, Mac Beadle. Number 4, Cole Brackman. Number 5, Michael Brothers. Number 6, Ryder Coates. Number 7, Isaiah Daly. Number 8, Robert Daly. Number 9, Trey Dwadone. Number 10, John Esnar. Number 11, Camden Pisackerly. Number 12, Grant Gotro. Number 13, Zant Gurney. Number 14, Colton Hogan. Number 15, Bronson Lamont. Number 16, Logan McLaren. Number 17, Brady McCluskey. Number 18, Blaze Tingstrom. Number 19, Lucas Surkoff. Number 20, Marshall Sirio. Number 21, Alex Schuerman. Number 22, Connor Smith. Number 23, Parker Taylor. Number 24, Nathan Woodard. Number 25, Nicholas Zarang. And now for the West team. Number 1, Brody Anderson. Number 2, Alex Forget. Number 3, Connor Boudreaux. Number 4, Taylor Broussard. Number 5, Cameron Burns. Number 6, Eric Cootie. Number 7, Joe Davis. Number 8, Griffin Duquette. Number 9, Hayden Exine. Number 10, Law Falk. Number 11, Gabe Gidry. Number 12, Hadley Hardesty. Number 13, Jed Henry. Number 14, Gavin Holt. Number 15, Justin Hunt. Number 16, Gage James. Number 17, Trace Moreau. Number 18, Evan Pierce. Number 19, Grant Rainwater. Number 20, Jacob Reagan. Number 21, Greg I apologize for technical difficulties. There will be no national anthem. Play ball.
And there you have it. We are back and ready to go in this one. It looks like the East is going to be home and the West will be away. We'll make sure of that here momentarily. But I am Doug Gann alongside of Chuck Perkins. Delighted to have you back for this one. And the green is indeed heading out, so the East will be at home.
Yes, I got the scoreboard right.
We'll take a look at the starting lineup for the visitors in this one. The West, Jadarian Washington from Barb, and that's a young man to keep an eye on. He plays shortstop and will lead off in this one. Gavin Holt out of Pitkin, the state championship team there. Several Pitkin players in this. Let you know Pitkin's going to be good for a while. He will play in left field. Hadley Hardesty from Westlake is at third base. He will bat third. Barrett Cootie from Rose Pine will bat fourth and be the designated hitter. Brady Anderson from Westlake will be in right field. Connor Boudreau from St. Louis Catholic is over at first base. Gage James, also from Pitkin, he is in center field. So that outfield, two-thirds made up of Tigers from Pitkin. Jacob Reagan from Barb, he will be behind the plate. Kaylor Broussard out of Iota will be the extra hitter, and each team will bat 10 tonight. From Holy Savior Menard, batting 10th in this one and playing second base, Reeve Scruggs, and on the hill, Gage Guidry from Benton. Look at the lineup defensively, or we'll go through it. Brady McCluskey will lead off, and he will be in left field. Cole Brackman will be behind the dish. Grant Gautreaux is from Prairieville. So Brady was from Brother Martin. North Shore's Cole Brackman out of Prairieville is Grant Gautreaux. He is at first base. Logan Mathern out of Laranger. Batting fifth is Live Oaks Mac Beadle. He is the extra hitter from North Shore. Also Connor Smith. He'll be at third base. Jaden Ard from Walker finds himself in center field. J.R. Esnard will be at shortstop. He is from Episcopal. Jesuits Michael Brothers will bat ninth and play left field. And from Plaquemine, Isaiah Daly will be at second base. Live Oaks Zant Gurney will be on the hill, and we see him finishing up his warm-up tosses. So sit back and enjoy this one. The South took care of business over the North in that one, and leading things off now will be Jadarian Washington. Again, we told you he is the Barb player. He is a 2026, so he'll be a senior for Coach Cicchini in that group there. First pitch was set for 7 o'clock, and after a 9-inning game, this one begins at 7:08. And, Chuck, I'll take that one in there for, well, I say 2-0 now. I guess I slept through the first one, so there you have it.
You were looking down, and it. I have it as 2-0. The board up there has it as 1-1.
Two balls and one strike. You're correct, Chuck, on ours. Shaking that one off is, boy, and that's a good-looking pitch. Knowing what he wanted was Gurney, and Gary pumps that fastball by Washington.
He sneaks it close to him, too, to make him, make it difficult to swing at it.
Yeah, we've got it at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Now Gurney looks back in, and time is called by Jadarian Washington. A lot of our local folks in this game. Chuck, we've got some folks from Pitkin and Menard and Rose Pine and all out of that Sinai area. Gurney rocks back and delivers this, and that misses inside. And Washington has run the count full here.
Game day forecast, Doug, it's cooled off from the first one. 84 degrees out there.
Cooled
right
off
now.
to 84?
Cooled off
my.
from 92 to 84.
Oh, my. Full count offering pulled foul and almost snagged over the third base. Would have been a good one. So we know that Jordan Marks and all of those Eagles, Jordan Marks, of course, the coach of the Eagles, he and his crew are watching this one, no doubt about it.
If he's not here, I just hadn't seen him yet.
No, I don't think he's down in this one. Good at-bat there for Jadarian Washington. He leads things off with a base hit after
A battle at the plate there.
5 or 6 pitches in that one. I think 6 pitches it was. That's going to be a base hit to left. Brothers gets it in. And now our first look at Gavin Holt in a Underclass uniform. Gavin Holt, of course, we told you, the freshman, rising sophomore out of Pelican. He'll have to wait just a moment as Washington is pushed back by the lefty. Gavin Holt just swings the bat so well. Gurney looks in. Washington staring at him. Washington's got a pretty good lead. That one up and out of the zone. And just pure speed on the bases and a great move by the lefty from Live Oak. Stares over, big leg kick. It swung on and missed from Holt. Oh, that big leg kick, and you'll see him vary it a little bit in that trying to keep a base runner off balance as best as he can. There's that big lead. You know, we talked about it in the first game. Washington is out past the cut of the grass. Expect him to be going first move here. That's a pretty good move. And Washington's going to be, he snips by that one, and he's going to be out there. And that's that varied move, but a tremendous, tremendous pickoff move by Zant to Gurney.
Yep. And nice try to duck around the tag, or around one of them. He got around one, but they were quickly to get it back to second to.
Look, the big, tall, lanky left-hander knows how to vary his moves over to first, and that's what caught Washington there. Because the move prior to that had just been the big, high leg kick. That one from Holt pushed foul and out of play. They'll recount, or 1 ball and 2 strikes here. Get a good look all around Lou Amant Field for you. There's a view in from first and now from third. We have a camera out in center field for you, just staring in there. Get a look at Gurney, and then back at home we go. Swung on and missed, and down on strikes, and quickly 2 pitches and 2 outs following the base hit.
East is showing a good showing here right off the bat in first inning here.
Indeed, that's going to bring up rising senior Hadley Hardesty. He is out of Westlake, down in that Lake Charles area. That one outer half for the strike.
West of Lake Charles, actually.
I would think.
Yes.
Gurney drops back now and delivers this one. It's fouled off as well. So after that big base hit from Jadarian Washington, he gets picked off. And then a strikeout to Holt, and quickly back to business goes we getting some updates in. And gentlemen, speaking of watching, we will get back to that in just a moment. But that's some stuff worth hearing about there. Swung on and missed, and down on strikes he goes. And remind me to get into that story, Chunk, when we come back. Due up for the East, Brady McCluskey, Cole Brackman, and Grant Gotro when we come back at the bottom of the first.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use, anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our mobile app today.
Firehouse Subs just partnered with Hot Ones to create 2 new hook and ladder subs.
One with pickles marinated in Last Dab Reaper sauce to test yourself.
And a milder one with crispy garlic chips if tests aren't really your thing.
Find out how hot you like it for a limited time at Firehouse Subs.
Vinton's Gage Guidry finishing up his warm-up pitches. Behind the dish for him is Jacob Reagan. He is the barb catcher and is in there to do that. Gets it down to somebody he's very familiar with in Jadarian Washington at shortstop, leading things off for this East team. Brady McCluskey out of Brother Martin. Brother Martin well represented in the starting lineup. They've got a lot of starters. This is that the East team. A lot of teams you'll see represented. You could follow along with the North Shore Prep Report and Mike McMillan and that group with what they did. I say that group, it's just him working his tail off.
Yes.
That first one in there off the plate for ball one. McCluskey, Brackman, and Gotro due up here in the bottom of the first. That one in there for strike one. 1 ball and 1 strike, and that's why you can't fly the drone over, Chuck.
Yeah. Hear that, huh?
Scheduled for 9 in this one. They'll play that one pushed just foul. 1 ball and 2 strikes. So the way they do that, if you did not catch game number 1, go back and watch the first few innings of it. But they'll play top and bottom 9 no matter what. Tomorrow, they're scheduled for 4 7-inning games, and East will play North and South, West will play North and South, and blah, blah, you get it. That is a good opposite field base hit and a leadoff single on a 1-2 count by Brady McCluskey, and he goes up and gets the East's first hit of the game. Cole Brackman now will stand in. Cole, we told you earlier, was from North Shore. He is a 2026. So this team, you saw a lot of 27s and 28s on some of the other ones. This is probably the most rising senior laden team that we have had. Swung on and foul, just going to stay fair. Oh, that just came up on the base and got it. But you saw Blue was right there on the play to get that one. So a couple of base hits here early to lead things off for McCluskey and Brackman, and that will bring up Prairieville's Grant Gotro. Grant Gotro, told you, out of Prairieville. He, of course, another one of those rising seniors. Grant takes that one from Guidry down low, ball 1. Given 1 error in this one, so instead of a base hit, but I'm going to tell you that is a tough call. If the official scoring here gave third baseman Hadley Hardesty an error on that play, well, that's a tough one to make anyway. He has to backhand that one away from his glove side and come up, and well, that's tough. That one lifted high out into right field. Drifting and camping under it. You're going to have an opportunity over at third base. That's a good throw. Sliding in there safely at third base. Good throw out in right field by Brady Anderson out of Westlake. But runners both move up 90 feet. Will be the first out of the inning. Very impressed with the arm out there. But it was pure speed from Brady McCluskey that got out there, and Logan Mathern out of Laranger will stand in there. And I'm just glad that I learned how to say Laranger too.
Yes.
2026. So Laranger was home to our Ella Franks Player of the Year in Mickey Watts.
That's right. That's right. I was trying to remember.
Softball, that's right.
Yep.
Good looking breaking pitch that's over the heart of the plate for strike 1. Even swings up at a ball and a strike. Well, we've got it at 2 hits, but what do you do? Swung on and missed.
Wow.
And same pitch that he saw back to back and taking a big hack at it was Logan Mathern. Live Oaks Mac Beetle would be next. Well, I'm telling you, that microphone down that you have there, Chuck, makes you seem like you're right out in it. Thought about going over to third, and that one nearly
Drops it.
Nearly thrown away down the line. Going to reach on an error, and I will give them that one. but it does score Brady McCluskey, who gets the game's first one, Chuck.
And it puts the first points or run on your Wallace Line Associates scoreboard you see in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen.
Didn't mean to put too much pressure on you there.
By golly.
Mac Beadle now will stride in. Throw back over and not in time. Beadle, we told you another one. And you've just got a very talented, look at the big lead that Mathern is getting over at first base. He's going to be off and going pretty quickly, too. Might want to think about a throw over to first.
They threw it just a moment
ago. But that one lifted back where we're at, and it's going to roll down the skee ball roof. Don't forget, we'll be back at this all day tomorrow here from the Lou. 4 games to go tomorrow. Those are all 7-inning affairs. Guidry needing some help defensively. Throws over and nearly got him a good job of breaking off of third base by Brackman. And I'm going to tell you, this East team, very aggressive on the bases and they move around as well, like they've played together forever. But again, we told you they're all very familiar with each other as you look around and see see guys that are out of that North Shore and out of that east side of the state that's so densely populated down there. They play each other and they know each other. That one's thrown away, and that's going to be run number 2. It'll get Mathern down to second base, and Brackman will come across to score. And this is what we saw in the first inning of that first game that we had. It was 3 errors in there, and they've just been off of pickoff moves or whatever, or in the earlier game it was throws down to second base. Just those little bit of timing plays that you take for granted.
Yes, and Coach is out there right now having a chat with him about, I guess, his pickoff move, but I mean, it well deserved. I mean, he had such a great lead, and he almost caught him one time. Just
telling him not to try to do too much in these, and you don't want to get too far behind, and that's what happened to the North in that first game of the day.
Yeah.
Rocks back and delivers this one, and it is fouled straight back. Boy, I'm telling you, that was a good cut at it by Live Oak's Mac Beadle. He is the extra hitter in this, so not a DH necessarily hitting for someone, although in the first game we did see that, but they let you bat 10 in this just to make sure that all of these kids are getting at-bats in this game, because ultimately that's what you're down here for. Good-looking curveball, but stays up and out of the zone. We've saw effectiveness out of Gage Guidry with that a little bit earlier. So we had Brady, and it's Brody, in fact, in there. Okay. So apologies for that.
Thank you, Mr. Richard.
Yeah, just if we butcher, as we do, and that's the disclaimer on here. Look, we're going to butcher a bundle of them just because it is the first night of it, and we'll have most of them worked out by tomorrow. Just send us a message over there, and we'll get that worked out for you. But it still doesn't take away that it was a tremendous throw in right field.
Yeah.
And look, I had it wrote down. That was just me that did that one. That's not one of those. We just had a good-looking pitch in there from Guidry, and down on strikes goes Beadle, and Connor Smith from North Shore will stride in.
And now for the team, number 22, Connor Smith.
That one, of course, you wouldn't think that I would mess up Brody over Brady either, but yeah, Connor Smith is there. That one fouled back over the right side, over that first base side is where it was. But yeah, if you see what it just let us know about it. on there. Big shout out to Alicia Gautreaux. She says Prairieville she's cheering for. Awesome. For Grant Gautreaux. Absolutely. That one ground back up the middle. Play's going to be made at second base, and that's a good looking move out there at second base by Reeve Scroggs. Scroggs gets that play, and that will retire the side. After one, 2 runs picked up by the East. They lead this one 2-0. We'll be back for the top of the second when we come back.
We've all seen how quickly things can change. Everything from the world around us to the cost of things we use on a daily basis. That's why we all need someone in our corner to keep our family protected while still watching out for our pocketbook. I'm Jason Hawk with Farm Bureau Insurance. There's no better time than now to complete an insurance review to make sure you're properly covered and not paying too much. Whether it's in our office, at your home, or your place of business, let us help you find peace of mind. If you're in need of your insurance checkup, whether auto, home, or life, talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK or online at talktohawk.com and let us help you protect your biggest investments.
Back to the top of the second we go. Zant Gurney back out for his second inning of work. He will face Barrett Cootie out of Rose Pine. So it is Barrett Cootie, Brody Anderson, and Connor Boudreaux due up for the West in this inning. East puts a couple of runs across on there on, we say 2 errors. The other one we're just not sure about, but needless to say, Barrett Cootie will lead things off. He is out of Rose Pine. Well, another Rose Pine hitter's not doing too terrible down for LSU and Ethan Fry.
Right.
We saw him in the All-Star game 2 or 3 years ago. I guess maybe it was 2021 or 22 that we saw him.
Yeah,
He was in that All-Star game at LCU.
Well, I think it was last year because I was looking.
No, because Ethan's been at LSU for a number of years. 2 or 3 anyway. That is a quick base hit to lead things off by Barrett Cootie, and that will bring up Westlake's Brody Anderson. Brody Anderson out of Westlake. You see he is a 2027, so he's going to be a rising junior. He's one that had that big play out in right field that nearly caught the speedy runner at third base.
Tall fella out there.
Zant Gurney had that good pickup of Jadarian Washington. Throws this one in there for the strike, and it still had Cootie leaning back a little bit there. They've got to watch that move. He's just about perfected that big lefty move because he moves it towards there, but it just doesn't look. And that's that fouled off of his leg, and so varying it. You see the big leg kick, and what you try to do on a left-handed pitcher is time it up and get that first move, and then as a left-handed pitcher, you're trying to vary your move home and to first, and now you're thinking, oh, we got a big high leg kick on there. I'm going to go off and take a little bit of a lead, and that's when Gurney will get you.
Yes.
0-2 here to Anderson. Don't think it's enough of a lead. And there's that big leg kick again, but Anderson's going to pop this one over to third base. Good job of getting over there and grabbing that one for Connor Smith out of North Shore to pull that one in. And it'll be Connor Boudreaux that stands in. Connor Boudreaux out of St. Louis Catholic, another rising senior. You're seeing a lot of the older kids out there in this one, these young men. Boy, they've been at it all day. Had the home run derby last night. I got to look back. I think it was. Let's see.
Checking on home run derby stuff. Okay.
Yeah. And as hot as it was during setup today, my brain escapes me.
Yes. Like a.
What brain? I know. That one is lifted.
Foul right back. Foul straight back into the netting.
So it was Graydon Ross that won the home run derby. Grant Gautreaux of Prairieville was second place in that, but Graydon Ross,
okay.
I know we'll see him. So there you go. 1 ball, 1 strike. Cootie's still over there at first base after that leadoff single. Big leg kick, and he pumps that fastball in there for strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Very impressed with this young man out of Live Oak.
Indeed, he's doing great work up there. I love his, like you said, his different moves he's got.
Off and running he goes, and that's a good throw down to second base. Good work behind the dish by Cole Brackman, but just a good run, and that's what we're telling you. First move, Cootie ends up getting down to second base, and he moves into scoring position. So if you can come here and put something together, got an opportunity to add a run. Just 1 out. Gurney gives a look back to second base, and he'll rock and deliver back in. That one is pushed over to right field, and had to hang up a little bit. They'll hold him at third. Ball was just hit too sharply out to right field, where it was brought in by Brady McCluskey. He got it back in, but that's a good base hit, good piece of hitting by Boudreaux, and that'll bring Gage James out of Pitkin up to the plate. One of those rising seniors. Boy, Pitkin's going to be good and poised to make another run at it next year as well.
Yes, they are.
They just had such a great season. Gurney, who was very effective for about 5 batters. 4 batters, and then now he's given up back-to-back base hits.
It will be interesting to see what the LHSA changing of the rules, or that they all got the vote on, rather. And
pushed foul, 1 ball, 1 strike.
5A being District 1, and then
Division 1?
Yeah, Division 1 rather. I'm sorry. And then the rest of the everybody else gets divided by 3 into the 1, 2. Well, I guess 2, 3, and 4 after that.
Yeah, the changes they are coming. Of course, you know, B and C broke out of the divisions, and they just all combined. That one misses down low, and Gurney's not happy with himself there. You saw him come off of the mound just shaking his head like he knew that he had slipped coming out of there or missed that. 2 balls and 1 strike. Gage James strides in there. 1 down in this one. The West trying to get something back and maybe get an equalizer here in the top of the second. That's a ground ball right up the middle, and that's going to score 1. Hold the runner there, but a good piece of hitting by Gage James, the West center fielder, and that'll bring up Jacob Reagan from Barb. He is the catcher. Runners at first and second. Now the first run in, and 2-1. They have out-hit the East in this one 4-1. Those errors on the pickoff plays that really led to those couple of runs. That one outer half for strike 1. Zant Gurney out of Live Oak needing a little bit of help here, perhaps a ground ball, get him out of this. He's not going to get it there. That one is poked out into right field, and they'll hold him there, and the bases are loaded in this one. Boy, and it's just been back-to-back base hits that are doing this. They're going to go out and visit with Gurney just a little bit. Caleb Broussard out of Iota will come to the plate. Broussard, the extra hitter in this one. And you'll see a little bit of a visit to the mound. I'm looking at the bullpens and don't really see any activity, but I do see a lot more people that have made it out to those areas that are outside the cover here. But I'm telling you, it was a hot one at that 4 o'clock start.
Oh, yes, it was.
You'd like to be the 9 and 11 games in the morning, too. That 11 to 2 and 4, the games are going to be hot.
Yeah.
But again, if you are a subscriber to our YouTube, and it didn't cost you anything to do, of course, you just go in there and hit the subscribe button. You'll know anytime that we go live, and you can keep an idea. If you're watching over on Facebook, just hit that follow button up at the top here. Went over 10,000 a little bit earlier this year, and a big, big, big thank you to all of you. Kelly Broussard strides in there, and he'll hit from the left side of it. Infield in on the corners, double play depth. Out in the middle of the infield, trying to turn 2 and get out of it here. They'll try to cut down the run at home. That one misses and is dropped, but it's ball 1.
Yeah, I mean, the Sun's going to play an interesting, I guess, how it.
Chuck's at a loss for words, folks, and I just, I tell you, it's music to my ears. We are at the Lou here on ULM campus, up in the northeastern portion of Louisiana.
I was talking about with the games being at the later games, the 2 later games tomorrow. The Sun being, the field is set from a south west to northeast facing from home towards center field. So I mean that Sun's going to pass kind of behind us here, but it's still, I mean, you're going to want to find premium seating out here.
And that's
with
right
the
underneath
cover.
That's underneath this cover. 2 balls and 1 strike. That one inside nearly hit him. And Gurney is in danger of giving up that 2-run lead here. He's been cut in half so far by the West. It's 2-1. 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 down. That one lifted high and foul and giving chase for it. It's going to be made. And look, let me tell you about the play that was made right there. As a shortstop comes in and covers third as that run, as that play was down. And that kept everybody where they needed to be. So good-looking work from shortstop coming across there and J.R. Esnard. No balls, no strikes. First one, swing big hack at it there. This is Reeve Scroggs out of Menard. Plays second base there for, he is a star of the future there, and that base hits. Oh, he thought it was a sliding move there, and look, I just butchered everything I was talking about as I watched that beautiful move from J.R. Esnard to slide over there, grab that, and keep the lead. So able to wiggle out of that with just the 1 run. Ernie had the bases loaded with 1 down, was able to get out on the pop fly on that sliding move there by Esnard, and that will do it for the top of the second. We move to the bottom of the second. 2-1. East leads this when we come back.
During National Cataract Awareness Month, Wallace Eye Associates is joining the American Academy of Ophthalmology to help prevent blindness by offering complimentary cataract screenings. If you're over 65 and noticing unusual changes in your vision, our free screenings can help determine if you have cataracts. Call us today to schedule your complimentary cataract screening. When it's time for cataract surgery, there's only one team, one focus, your vision. Wallace Eye Associates.
We've all seen how quickly things can change. Everything from the world around us to the cost of things we use on a daily basis. That's why we all need someone in our corner to keep our family protected.
And we are back here. This will get things going. Jaden Ard out of Walker, rising senior, stands in there ready to get things going. Thinking to limit the errors on here. A couple of pickoff moves that went awry. Gage Guidry settled in back there, and they trail this 2-1. It's a good base hit sliding was Washington, but he's going to be unable to get that. And Ard hustling down the line is going to be safe with an infield single.
Yeah, definitely a single there. Like you said, it was a difficult play, even though it hit his glove.
Oh, yeah.
He was having to move for it.
Anytime you go into the hole like that, backhand and slide and come up, his name is John Ryan Esnard, but JR is what he goes by, JR Esnard out of Episcopal. Good lead there, and that curveball just drops in. This is where the difficulty came in when you had the runners on base. We'll see what Guidry is able to do. There's a throw over to first. It's close, but not in time. Nothing on one here. Guidry looking over his shoulder and off and going. There's going to be a good throw, but it's off the line. Boy, it was in time. Now hustling down to third. And again, the errant throws on the base paths are doing in this West team tonight. As give the stolen base, I think, already was there by Ard, but then getting around to third base. I think it's got to be another error in this one.
I think that's fair.
2 strikes now on the batter, and thought he had it back there, did catch, but nothing doing. Outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Guidry back in there, looks at the left, the runner on third, and there's that curveball that's up high. This way, we've seen that 2 or 3 times in this one. And again, that East team has a runner at third base.
Yes.
Guidry throws that fastball right by him, down on strikes, and I just I don't believe at all that Esnard was looking for that one.
No, I think I caught him off guard.
To bring up Michael Brothers out of Jesuit. Class of 2026, Michael Brothers, Jesuit, will hit from the left side with 1 down. That one fouled deep and into that picnic area down the left field line. Boy, it'd be fun to take in a game here at the Lou.
I can't imagine it would be. Some of the memorabilia that we've seen around the press box here, the different pictures and whatnot, look nice.
Oh, yeah, they've got it made up well. You go into, gosh, as soon as you walk into the clubhouse down below, that's the Charles McDonald Stadium Club. There's just so much memorabilia that is around there. That one bounces low and up, and 1 ball and 2 strikes. I think that Guidry wanted to get him to chase just a little bit, but that one just slipped out and went down too low and was in danger of hitting him. Brothers will stand there, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swung on and missed, and that's a good off-speed pitch. Had a lot of break to it as well, and that's a good strikeout pitch from Gage Guidry.
He's trying to get that last player they have there on third, wanting to get him across the plate.
Plaquemine has a couple of players in this one. This is Isaiah Daly. The other one is Trey Daly. A couple of years apart in there. This is the younger of the 2. Swings and fouls that one back. And look, that's the kind of catcher that you like. He's pointing out good pitch just as soon as the ball is fouled off, knowing that Gage Guidry gave him just what he wanted. I like the work that Jacob Reagan does behind the dish. Oh, look at the skill of home. Not going to be there. And just recovering, that's good work by Gage Guidry. And hopefully you saw it all on the screen there, I think.
I had it on this shot, so.
So you saw him come in and get tagged out that was in there. We didn't see him breaking till the very end, but trying to steal one there, but won't do it. So no runs come across in that one. We're through 2. We'll go to the top of the third when we come back. East has a 2-1 lead. We'll be right back.
Firehouse Subs just partnered with Hot Ones to create 2 new hook and ladder subs.
One with pickles marinated in last dab Reaper sauce to test yourself.
And a milder one with crispy garlic chips if tests aren't really your thing.
Find out how hot you like it for a limited time at Firehouse Subs.
We're back here, top of the third. Pitching change in there. Gurney is gone, and this looks like number 11 is what it looks like to me. Hadn't got him to turn around. It is Camden Fisackerly will come in there to the hill in relief of Gurney. Leading things off is going to be Jadarian Washington. Washington, you'll remember, reached first base and then was promptly picked off in that one. But a good at bat, a 6-pitch at bat, and then Gurney was able to get him at first base with that high leg kick and that move. Haven't seen Washington announce, and it may not be Washington. I think, though, if they don't like the other one, yeah, it is. It's going to be Jadarian. If it's like the others, they'll go 5 innings with them and then kind of rotate a little bit because they've got a lot of baseball to play before these last couple of days, or before these next couple of days are up. Now, recall that we told you 9 inning games tonight. The 4 games tomorrow will be 7 inning games. A little bit of coaching there from the third base coach as he came down. Washington goes up and shirt was untucked in the back. And it's like, look, they're watching everything. Make sure that you get. So he goes in and gets that tucked in and stands into the box. Be the first one to face Fisackerly in this one. Good looking fastball. That's probably one of the faster ones that we have seen on the afternoon. From De La Salle is where he's at. Goes 6'4", 195, so just a big tall one, and generates a lot of velocity. That's the loudest pop on the glove that we've heard on the afternoon. Washington lifts that one up. It's going to be in foul territory. Camping out under that one and making the play over at first base is Grant Gautreaux, who was the runner-up in that home run derby last night.
Nice.
High school, number 14, Gavin Holt.
Pitkins Gavin Holt will stride back in there. Gavin 0 for 1. Oh, wow. You've got a fastball like that, and you come back with a breaking pitch like that one. It's just, it's difficult. Now he'll come back with that fastball and pop the mitt, we think. He does. Holt does a good job of turning around on it. Just got behind it, though, and a good play out at first base once again. Seems like a broken record. Grant Gautreaux making the play over there. He did the foul ball. That was a fly ball just a batter ago, and then gloves that one that Holt put a pretty good charge into. And this will bring up Hadley Hardesty. Hardesty out of Westlake sees a curveball there. Boy, I'm very, very impressed with the work of this young man. Delivers this one, and it's had that little bit of a routine here in the top of the third where he started them off curveball, then fastball, shakes that off on 0-2 and wants to come right back with the fastball again. Don't think that was a waste pitch as it won. He just pushed a little bit outside.
Mm-hmm.
But Hardesty just saying, goodness, we got to crank it up some. A little something off of that. It seemed to break at the end, but that'll even things up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. For the West, they've got 1 run on 5 hits, but 3 errors. For the East, 2 runs, 2 hits, and beneficiaries of those 3 errors. That one ground over to second base, and it'll be gobbled up there. And that will retire the side. Good work out at second base, and that will do it by Jaden Ard. So nothing across for the West in the top half of the third. We'll move over to the bottom of the third when we come back.
Firehouse Subs just partnered with Hot Ones to create 2 new hook and ladder subs.
One with pickles marinated in last dab Reaper sauce to test yourself.
And a milder one with crispy garlic chips if tests aren't really your thing.
Find out how hot you like it for a limited time at Firehouse Subs.
We're back here in the bottom half of the third. Made a good play to end things. And now Isaiah Daly.
And now back to 18 from Blackman High School, number 7, Isaiah Daly.
And to correct things, too, that was Isaiah Daly that made that play. They've got the position and the numbers backwards for us, but it was Isaiah Daly that made that play out at second base, and he will lead things off here. Fouls that one back. Good hack at it.
Got some good timing on that one.
Yeah. Look, and this is a young man, too. He's a class of 28 we saw. So rising sophomore, but going to be a good one for Plaquemine. Swung on and missed there and down quickly 0-2. Gage Guidry out of Vinton on for his third inning of work. The righty rocks back and deals the 0-2 off the plate. Guidry now 1-2. Yep, swung through that one and missed and down on strikes. I just think the runs that were given up in this one was just miscommunication between these guys. That's what a lot of the problem was, because he's out there rolling along. This is Brady McCluskey. He is out of Brother Martin.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, tried to backdoor that curveball, and it wasn't there. So back to the top of the East lineup. We saw him get on base earlier and just made his way around the bases grounds. This one out to short to Washington. He's going to come across the diamond, firing and in time. But a very speedy Brady McCluskey makes his way down. But his out number 2, Jadarian Washington, showing off that arm over at shortstop. Cole Brackman now from North Shore will come to the plate. Out of North Shore. That one bounced up there for Guidry. Guidry, I expect, is going to face his final batter if this is an out. We saw these pitchers go. Just 3 innings was the max that they went back in game 1, and that looks like the protocol in this one. That one pumped in there for strike number 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. So if you're watching over on YouTube, we invite you to give us a subscribe on that. Again, it doesn't cost you anything, and we are trying to get over to 4,000 subscribers. That one hammered out into center field, going out and making a good play out in center field. And those Pelican folks have seen a lot of that. That's Gage James covering a lot of ground, and that will do it for the bottom of the third. We head to the top of the fourth, 2-1. The East leads this one when we come back.
Are home problems turning your life upside down? Trust Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing to save the day. From keeping you comfortable to plumbing repairs and even generators, we do it all. Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, your one-stop solution for AC, plumbing, and generators. If you need us to save the day for you, call Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing or visit us online at southernairnow.com.
Setting back in and ready to go for his second inning work. Came on in relief and started that third inning, but just tremendous work on there. Camden Pisackerly out of De La Salle. Again, the big righty, 6'4", 195, throws a tremendous fastball and has great command of his breaking pitch. And I don't know, if you're 6'4" and can throw the ball like that, why not pitch in a game like this?
Right?
Barrett Cootie from Rose Pine comes to the plate. He is 1 for 1 on the afternoon. Cootie, Anderson, and Boudreaux due to hit here in the top of the fourth. Camden will rock back and deliver this one, and there's that money fastball from him. Look, and it's difficult. You're trying to gear up for that fastball, and here comes that off-speed breaking pitch that's about 10 miles an hour slower, if not more than that. Well, that's somewhere in the middle of that. Looked like it had a little slider action to it. Is what he threw there. So if you got a 3 or 4 pitch arsenal out of that, you think curveball, fastball, changeup, shake off a couple of them, look for him to come back fastball here. That one pushed back. Believes in that lightning bolt that he has on his right arm. Goodness gracious. He's shaking off a couple of them. Got to believe he's wanting to throw that fastball in. Believes in his fastball a lot.
Shaking off another one.
Missing on it too, so now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Expect you may see a little bit of it. What concerns me a little, and we'll see it on this pitch. See, that's a good looking strikeout pitch. You can't do anything about, but he shakes off some of those other pitches to get a fastball. And that's one thing that you may have to be careful of. He may have to go and shake off every pitch until he gets what he wants to not get keyed into. I'm shaking it off till I get a fastball.
Right. Because they'll pick up on that.
Brody Anderson, the right fielder here out of Westlake, 2027.
Big Brody.
The fastball just buries in there. And I've got to believe it's probably 89, 90 coming in there.
It's getting it. You're right.
Takes something off of that and misses up high. And you don't often refer to a pitch that's low 80s as taking something off of it, but I really believe that fastball of his is dominant, and just putting the bat in there and couldn't get it out quick enough. Fouls that one back.
Yeah, put that as
1 ball and 2 strikes, yeah, but he fouled it back, so they'll get that straightened up at the top. And now, again, you can throw just about whatever you want to throw. Look for that big bender to come back around. Geared up for the fastball, but around behind it and sprayed over there into that picnic area. Still think it's 1 ball and 2 strikes here.
Yeah,
1 out.
He just held up the hands, and I wasn't looking at him.
Well, so our game changer has 2 balls and 2 strikes, but it may be ran from the same side. It does not matter how many are on the left hand. The right hand says strike 3, and that's that curveball. And just you set them up fastball, and just that curveball that breaks off the table. And now Connor Boudreaux is going to have his second opportunity at it. First one to look at for Sackerly. This is 2026 Connor Boudreaux out of St. Louis Catholic.
A little low on that one.
Yeah, it started out at the knees and then just dropped out of the zone when it got there. Shook off just one pitch, comes back with a fastball, and that one was just off the plate, but called a strike there. 1 ball and 1 strike. Shakes that one off. We're thinking fastball. And look, it could be just as simple as we've got to get the signals a little bit worked out.
Oh, I thought he was fixing to come out and have a word with him.
No, he's just third base coach is just wandering around. All of the coaches have the same shirt on for north, south, east, and west. And you know, at 3-1, the way he's throwing the ball to you, it doesn't matter if you do know it's coming. You've still got to get out there and hit this ball.
You're right.
Fires this one, pure fastball, misses low on that one. And going to go out and have a chat with him is Brackman. North Shore's Cole Brackman will walk out there and visit just a little bit. And he's saying, hey, let's get on the same rhythm on what we're doing on these pitches. We've been shaking a few off and doing this. He said, you tell me what you want to do. And that's what I really believe is going on. Those two just getting in sync with each other.
Yeah.
I think very commendable by Brackman to go out there and say, let's just get things going. Camden fires this one outer half, and it's in there. 0-1. Two down here, top of the 4th we play. Second game of the day, scheduled for 9 innings here. Oh, that good curveball is there. My goodness. It's got the, I guess it's as much of a slider as anything. It's got that late break and that turn. And he throws a couple of different ones. And now we'll see if he's going fastball here as he's shaking off a couple of pitches.
Good job by the catcher to keep that one from being a pass ball.
Look, and I'll stick with breaking pitch because it's got a little of that left to right move on it as I'm looking at it. That one he held on too long and bounced out of the dirt, but going nowhere was Boudreaux.
Deuces across the board, dude, Duck.
Indeed it is. 2-1 here in the top of the 4th we play. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Runner at first is Boudreaux. There's a pitch swung on and missed and down on strikes, and that will retire the side. And good work from Camden Fasackerly there. 2 innings of work, 3 strikeouts on there, and the base on balls. We'll be back bottom of the 4th. The East leads this one 2-1 when we come back.
Check out some of our recent work at the Panthers Stadium. In addition to custom signs and banners, we also handle custom trophies, custom awards, custom vehicle wraps, and more. Give us a call. We handle projects large and small.
Firehouse Subs just partnered with Hot Ones to create 2 new hook and ladder subs.
One with pickles marinated in Last Dab Reaper sauce to test yourself.
And a milder one with crispy garlic chips if tests aren't really your thing.
Find out how hot you like it for a limited time at Firehouse Subs.
South Beauregard's Alex Baguette will take over. They've got the 5'10 right-hander out there on there. Goes 5'10", 185. Throws a lot of pitches with movement on there. So we'll see what he is able to bring into it. Grant Gautreaux will lead things off. He is Prairieville's 2026 player, rising senior.
From Prairieville High School in 13, Grant Gautreaux.
We expect after the 5th inning, you'll start seeing some of the second wave to make their way in. We won't call them reserves or second team or any of that. It's just rotations. That pitch breaks right back in, and we thought that we would see that out of this youngster from South Beauregard. The Knights of South Beau.
Oh, yeah.
Ground over to third base. Backhand is there. Handled and across it goes. Good looking play over at third base. Like he's changed a little bit. We'll have to see. That looks like Barrett Cootie has found his way over. He was the designated hitter and now has found his way over to third base. As some of these are made. These adjustments. That one is ground over to third. Logan Mathern strides in. Mathern out of LaRanger. Another one of those North Shore teams. Noted the North Shore Prep Report is back home and watching.
Nice. Thanks for watching, Mikey.
Rocks this one back. Misses outside. Don't forget, they'll get started at 9 o'clock in the morning right back here. Games tomorrow will be just 7 innings because there are 4 of them. That one misses out and away. So a big difference from what you saw earlier from Guidry, who was a little bit more fastball into the strike zone. South Beau youngster would like to mix it up just a little bit. Another one he tries to bend, but it stays out of the zone now in 3 balls and 1 strike. The fastball that he's thrown has been hit 1 foul, 1 out at third base. Comes to the windup and delivers this one, and it is going to be in there for the strike. It's the first fastball that he's thrown in past a batter not swinging, but just a couple of batters in. Full count now. Everybody just playing straight away. Swung on to third base, and that is ground foul before it even gets to third base. Over near that ULM logo, you see it there. We are here at Lou Amant Field on the campus of ULM. Coach Lou, it was a great one. Thought we might see him sometime tomorrow, and we still might. Down on strikes goes Mathern.
It would be a great conversation to have with him.
Look, I'm telling you, he's just a good dude. Mac Beadle was there out of Live Oak. And I continue to sound like a broken record, a rising senior. This North Shore team is loaded with 2026 players.
Wow.
That one breaks just off of the plate. South Beauregard as well. This young man calls home. They are in, I guess that would put them in Division III, wouldn't it? Yeah. Of course, who knows what happens next year when things change off of that. And they'll vote on that, what, sometime over the summer at the coaches' convention?
Well, they already voted on it, but I heard it's supposed or possibly could come up for some other clarification. But according to the vote, it's already done.
All right. We'll keep an eye out and an ear out. There you go. Keep something. 3 balls, no strikes. It's falling behind here. That one is in there. Fastball for strike.
And it's supposed to go into effect August.
Well, there you have it.
Yeah. Even though the classification turnover is not till next year. But
well, it just gets some things straight out of that Division I because there are a lot of inaccuracies. That one is ground over to second base, backing up on it, but is going to have it over to first and in time. And that will retire the side. We'll be back top of the 5th. This is a good one, 2-1 when we come back.
Central Louisiana. This is your home for live sports action. From the field to the court, 446 Sports delivers the games you love with expert commentary and passionate coverage. Cheer for your favorite athletes and relive the moments that define our community spirit. Our sponsors keep us in the game. Together, we bring you the best in local sports coverage. Join the 446 Sports family today. Watch, cheer, celebrate. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on social media. .446 Sports, where Central Louisiana comes to play.
Back in the top of the 5th we go. Camden Fasackerly will come out for his 3rd inning of work. Reagan, Broussard, and Davis due up for the West in the top half of the 5th. We got crickets out there somewhere.
Birds flying around. Switch the mic from a different spot.
You put it by the bird nest is what it seems like you
And
did.
now back to the West team of our Jacob Reagan.
This is Barb's Jacob Reagan here. He's a 2026 out of that just powerhouse Barb Bucks team. That one driven as far as we've seen one hit today, but is going to go off into the tree area that is out another picnic area down the first baseline. They give lots of room for picnic section. Guess you will.
Yep.
Where'd you put that microphone? Out in the...
Tried that one. I've moved it to a different spot.
That one misses. Camden thought he had that one. Just 33 pitches thrown through his work over a couple of innings. 2 1/3 is another strikeout as he's rolled him up. That is strikeout number 4 on the night. So Gurney came in, allowed a few hits, a couple of strikeouts, threw the ball well, but Fasackerly has come in and 1 walk, no hits, 4 strikeouts, and has thrown 34 pitches, 21 of them in the zone. And Broussard now will stride into the plate. Caleb Broussard fouls that one off. Kaler out of Iota. He's got a couple of years before we see him perhaps in that all-star game at LCU. We're in year 4 of the underclass games. Wow. Fouled back as well. Bounces around and comes down in the stadium club area. There's that one section of it that is open and it drops right down in there. Nothing in 2. Sackerly likely finishing it off. Shake, shake, shake. Expect the fastball. And it is. I watched an interesting between, oh gosh, who was the catcher for for Maddox when he pitched all them years ago.
Okay.
Anyway, somebody's and was it Perez? I don't think it was Perez. No. Anyway, Brett will know if he's watching. I think it was Eddie Perez is who it was. Anyway, Maddox would call his own pitches when how he caught the ball from the catcher is what the next pitch was coming. If he caught it up here, it was a fastball. If he caught it there, and all the thing they would work on is location. That one drops around, and that's why they called him the professor. I mean, he's just a master on there.
Wow.
Couple of shake-offs, then that was the breaking pitch. So he changed all of that, and he said, look, Doug, I got you. I'm listening to it. And got the pitch that he wanted. And that he can throw those 2 or 3 pitches anytime that he wants to. Reeves Scroggs now from Holy Savior Menard will stride in. A lot of folks back home watching Scroggs. Even their head chef out there too, Mr. LaRue. Big happy birthday to him. I think his birthday was it was today or yesterday. Okay. Anyway, big shout out to our buddy there. Nick, who is watching, is on the broadcast for Menard, and we asked him, why do you go out to the game so early on Saturdays? Those double headers. They cook breakfast. That's why he goes out there. He talks about me going out to the ball games early.
You're right.
That one right in there for strike 1, 2 balls and a strike. But in my defense, I did go out there for breakfast one time too, and it's pretty good.
That does explain a lot on the way here, him giving us places to eat.
That's correct. There's that good breaking pitch, but it stays inside and off the plate and drops around, and now in danger of walking his second batter. To go along with 5 strikeouts in 2 2/3, they'll go out there and talk just a minute once again. Again, I really like the work behind the dish of North Shore's Cole Brackman, the way that he just takes control of a game behind the plate. There are people that play the catcher position, and there are people that are catchers, and Cole Brackman is that catcher. He's done a great job controlling the game. Who calls for the fastball and knew that was coming. Scroggs knew that fastball was coming.
That feels the count up too, doesn't it?
It does. 3 balls and 2 strikes. 2 down. Scroggs has got to be looking fastball, but able to adjust. And Reeves will call timeout. Again, we talked to his grandmother up in the stands early. She was one of the first ones here getting some photos and all. So I'm certain you'll see a lot of those. But Sackerly to Scroggs. Scroggs does a good job of staying in on that breaking pitch, and I'm very impressed with the at-bat here of Reeves. And a Holy Savior Menard young team. They'll have a lot of players back. Went down and played for a state title a couple of years ago. Lost 14 seniors, but are right back at it here. That one misses outside, and Reeves Scroggs draws the walk.
Good at bat for him.
Definitely was. And that'll get it back to the top of the lineup, and
visit to the
they're going to come out there, and that was
pretty out of his glove.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Zachary wanted to finish things off, and coach comes out there and puts a hand out, so he shakes his hand. He said, "No, I want the baseball." But he'll get a great round of applause as he comes out of there and did everything that you expected him to do. That is going to bring number 14, and let me get to where he is. Colton Hogan, it looks like, out of Denham Springs in this Fostering Community pitching change. We'll take it with him and be right back. We'll be back here in 30 seconds. You're watching the 2025 LBCA Underclass games live from the Lou on 446 Sports.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use, anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our mobile app today.
Firehouse Subs just partnered with Hot Ones to create 2 new hook and ladder subs.
One with pickles marinated in Last Dab Reaper sauce to test yourself.
And a milder one with crispy garlic chips if tests aren't really your thing.
Find out how hot you like it for a limited time at Firehouse Subs.
Colton Hogan out of Denham Springs getting his final warm-up tosses in there. You look at Hogan out there. He's a 2027, so he's got a couple of years left. Right-handed thrower, goes 6 foot, 165 pounds. And you think with that frame, he's got the opportunity to grow into it just a little bit more. And I know the Jackets down there at Denham Springs will be excited about the future of that young man.
John Fine is down there in that area, does some stuff with Denham Springs, by the way.
There you have it. For those of you scoring at home, you remember Fine had a show down in Baton Rouge some odd years ago.
Yeah.
So definitely enjoy getting to listen and reminisce some and things. And so here we go, back to the top of the order, and this is Jadarian Washington out of Barb.
Number 24, Jadarian Washington.
Couple of good at-bats in this one. He was picked off back in the first, but, boy, he really gets after it. Reeve Scroggs over at first base.
Did I fix it? Oh.
That one taken outside. So just in between that, it looked like they were going to give him just that amount of pitches and that amount of batters. And Fasackerly with just a couple of walks to go along with 5 strikeouts. He is responsible for Scroggs over at first base, so don't close the book on him just yet. Scroggs has some speed to him, too, can get down there to second base. So your leadoff hitter that is here with Washington, Scroggs gets him a decent lead. Like to see him maybe get another step out there, but hasn't really seen the move too much of Hogan. But Scroggs is off and going and just hammered towards that third base dugout does Washington. Thing concern and you know they're playing in shallow around center field. Is a lot of room. If Washington could put a charge into one, he'll run for days and it'll be inside the park home run. But he's got to get around on it. 2 balls and 1 strike. Just 330 down the line, so not a deep park down the lines. And they're playing him like it was about a 280 field. Curveball drops in there for strike 2. And they've got the outfield bunched in, too. Certainly not guarding against anything down the lines. But I'm telling you, with the speed of Washington, he puts one of them in the gap right here. He's going to run for days. Hogan wants nothing to do with that. He'll look in, 2-2. Back over to Scroggs he goes. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. 2-1 in this one. East picked up a couple of runs back in the first inning, unearned. Hogan comes set, and that one is lifted high. Looked like they hadn't played perfect. As a matter of fact, have to come way in on that one. And
how'd the runner go to second? And then
well, the only thing that it can be is that they call a balk on him. And so the pitch doesn't count. The runner goes to second base. So had to have called the balk there.
Okay. I was confused.
Well, that's the only thing that I can see that it would
still
be.
at bat there.
Right, and that's all that it can be. And the count stays the same. It's no pitch, and the runner goes to second base. And he's off and trying to take third. And that's ripped, but a glove smash saved over there at third base. Goodness gracious. Just, I'm telling you, that's the one that if he's not able to go up and get that one like he did, boy, tremendous work over there. And that looked like Connor Smith over there at third base. Number 22 is what I had. But My goodness. That'll do it for the top half of the 5th. We'll be back to see what the East can do in the bottom of the 5th when we come back.
During National Cataract Awareness Month, Wallace Eye Associates is joining the American Academy of Ophthalmology to help prevent blindness by offering complimentary cataract screenings. If you're over 65 and noticing unusual changes in your vision, our free screenings can help determine if you have cataracts. Call us today to schedule your complimentary cataract screening. When it's time for cataract surgery, there's only one team, one focus, your vision. Wallace Eye Associates.
We've all seen how quickly things can change. Everything from the world around us to the cost of things we use on a daily basis. That's why we all need someone in our corner to keep our family protected while still watching out for our pocketbook. I'm Jason Hawk with Farm Bureau Insurance. There's no better time than now to complete an insurance review to make sure you're properly covered and not paying too much. Whether it's in our office, at your home, or your place of business, let us help you find peace of mind. If you're in need of your insurance checkup, whether auto, home, or life, talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK or online at talktohawk.com and let us help you protect your biggest investments.
Grant Rainwater out of DeQuincy in to pitch. He is a rising sophomore, was a freshman this year. And out of DeQuincy, Louisiana, he is a 28, the youngest player on this team. They got a couple of 28s. He and Grand Lakes Law Falk are the 28s on there. But another one of those tall pitchers, 6 foot 160. So he's got a lot of work on that frame. How often does it happen? You make a big play and you come up to bat to lead things off. Connor Smith does just that, lays down that bunt and is going to beat it out. Well, I'm telling you what, North Shore's Connor Smith just doing big work there. There you go. We just thought you'd like to know about it twice.
And now, the East team from Walker High School, number 2, Jay Nard.
Out of Walker, Jay Nard will go. He is a 26. But so Rainwater met with that bunt, and I'm just impressed with the work at third base and with the bat by Connor Smith. He misses outside, almost like they thought he was going.
Yeah.
Getting a look over at Smith as a base runner. A lot of base runners on that ball in the dirt, they go right back to first base. He sat there a minute, and so very competent of a base runner, dives in, and that's the lead that you want. If you've got to dive back in, that's just about right.
Yeah. And Walker High School, buddy of mine, Steve Johnson, just retired from down there, and he was much older than I thought he gave him credit for, but he's very youthful and kept the spirit up in the classroom. Taught well down there.
There you go. Congratulations and happy retirement. 2 balls and no strikes here. Jaden Ard looking to get things going. The East team trying to add to this 2-1 lead that they've held since the first inning. That one misses outside. Play in the bottom of the 5th here, and they don't forget in this game they will play top bottom of the 7th no matter what. That one hit a mile high and going to reach the roof here and roll back and around.
Somebody caught somebody off guard.
Well, I don't know where it would roll and hit somebody at back there. And
No, I think the hitting in the metal.
Right.
The sound caught them off guard. They might have been watching 446 Sports on their phone while they're here.
Right. Beautiful sunset out beyond the trees as darkness starts to take over. Night claims its rightful place here, and that is a base on balls to Ard, and that's going to bring up J.R. Esnard.
For the East team from Episcopal High School, number 10, John Ryan Esnard.
J.R. Esnard strides in. Well, try to get you out of there. There you go. Runners at first and second. East trying to build on this 1-run lead. Good off-speed pitch, but just didn't find the zone with it.
What's neat is This shot I'm going to go to here in just a few minutes, I'll let you know. Gives you a good look of that field area over here behind right field.
That one in there for the strike. That's that picnic area that we talked about that was out there.
That's softball field.
Yep, softball lights on out behind it. Stay tuned for our interview from St. Fred's rising senior Avery Hauser. She's committed and coming here. Abigail Creighton from St. Fred's will be here next year. Is already working out with the team, but just said loved the coaching staff that was here and felt like home. That one lifted high. Going to give chase just a little bit, but it is a pretty deep ballpark, and now they'll tag and throw. What a good-looking throw coming in. Going to have him at third base, and just beautiful, beautiful play coming in from left field. And Gavin Holt, the freshman from Pitkin, coming up doing big work.
And now Bethany's team from Jesuit High School is 5, Michael Brothers.
Look, that's nothing new to folks in Central Louisiana. He's got that arm. Michael Brothers out of Jesuit.
Up high there. Up high, ball one. Guess they thought he might have been taking the base, but there you go.
Rainwater throws that. Now another throw down. He's going to slide in safely unless he comes off of the base, and did not. Good chunk back there behind the dish, but not in time. Well, just and we've told you all along how impressed we are with these two catchers in this game. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 out.
Three 3-0 now to count, and 1 out.
Good lead out there at second base. Now steps into the line, and there's that flash play trying to get him going. Thought may have something going here.
He's out there dancing around a good bit.
With Ard. You'll start to see some of this second group make their way in. We do believe now as we head into the latter half of the game. So that officially that double play is 7 unassisted and then 7-5 on the putout. And that is a walk to Brothers. It's going to bring Isaiah Daly.
And now Bethany's team from Plaquemine High School, number 7, Isaiah Daly.
Out of Plaquemine High School, Isaiah Daly. He is the 2028. Told you that couple of dailies in this one. Trey is playing, and we'll see him in the second half and see him tomorrow, and that one is nearly thrown away.
He could easily take off and run here in a few minutes.
Well, and I got to believe with 2 outs, you're probably right. He's dancing around, look, second base flashing. He is just like that gnat when you're trying to go to sleep, and that one is pushed off to the other side, and they're not going to hold him. He's going to come around all the way to score. Probably should have cut that throw off, and that one's going to bounce around. Nobody at home right now. Got to be careful, but that is another run. Big time piece of hitting by Isaiah Daly. Keep an eye on that young man, just a rising sophomore.
And now to Bethany's team from Menifee High School, number 24, Nathan Woodward.
This is someone getting their first at bat as those second wave starts to make their way in. This is Nathan Woodward out of Mandeville High School. The Skippers, another one of those North Shore teams representing here.
Yeah, swing on that one, strike one.
Just a good piece of hitting, and Daly ends up at second base after the throw was not cut. That one outer half, and 0-2. Outer half in there for strike 3. And Woodward is down on strikes, and that will retire the side. The big double play kept it where it was at. The catch out in left field, and the gun over at third base. So that will do it. But the East does pick up a run. They extend their lead back to 2. We go to the top of the 6th. It's 3-1 East when we come back.
Firehouse Subs just partnered with Hot Ones to create 2 new hook and ladder subs.
One with pickles marinated in last dab Reaper sauce to test yourself.
And a milder one with crispy garlic chips if tests aren't really your thing.
Find out how hot you like it for a limited time at Firehouse Subs.
Back here in the top of the 6th we go. Take this opportunity, Chuck, to find my glasses and put them on.
That would be helpful.
Underclass High School, number 8, Griffin Duquette.
Griffin.
Yeah, we'll get him set up and put up there. This is Griffin Ducey.
First one out there.
Out of Notre Dame. Yeah, Ducey. Yeah. Out of Notre Dame. Strides in there. Good looking fastball here. This is Hogan, who finished things off in the last inning.
2-0 you count now.
Problem I get is when I put my glasses on my forehead, and it's one of them sweaty days. And when I go to put them on, anyway, you get the point. It's just it's been a long day here at the ballpark, but we're getting settled in during the night. It is 8:38 Central Time for those of you watching around the world. Oh no, I could dream.
CST, huh?
Oh gosh, indeed it is. That's Chuck's standard time to those of you scoring at home, and that is a 5-pitch walk that will send Ducey down to first base.
The West team from Pelican High School is for 25, Cash Wisby.
Another one of those Pitkin players that hoisted that state championship trophy. This is Cash Wisby that will stride in.
He got to hoist it a couple of times, I believe, then, at 26.
They'll make a run at it next year. There ain't no doubt about that. J.C. Holton and company just doing big things down there at Pitkin.
Formerly at Menard High School, J.C. Holt.
That one on the outer half of it. And one thing that these guys do is they hit the baseball, these Pitkin fellas. Hogan comes set, delivers this one. Let's see if they've got. I don't think that's right. No, we still have the same pitcher in there for the East. Number 14, Colton Hogan. Yeah. They're switching things up in Game Changer to confuse me, but they switched the wrong 25. So if you're looking at Game Changer and following along, it's not Zarang that is pitching. It's still Hogan. It's 25. Wisby, Cash Wisby that there is there. That one comes in and it gets him right on the elbow where that arm pad is. And going to make his way down to first base.
And the run was on to second also, but free base.
Going to come out and talk to Hogan just a little bit. We see activity down in the bullpen. Looks like he's ready, and that may be the end of the night for Hogan. A lot of pitching changes, and now they'll turn the light on down in the bullpen. That is number 21, Alex Sherman, that is getting loose down in the bullpen. Looks like one of those that they'll leave Hogan in for this one. They're just giving Sherman a little bit more time to get loose. Sherman, the lefty, throws a good fastball as we're seeing him warm up. And now runners at the bases will make their way back around. And we're set to go back to work.
Just like that?
Just like that. Graydon Ross now out of Westlake. Comes to the plate and he fouls that one off. Ball ran down there and they had a scrum for the ball. Showing those wheels to get down there and get that. Just some speed down there. Oh, had a big run, did Duce off of that base from second base. He's halfway to third.
Yeah.
Steps into the lane, another big lead, good secondary, and that one almost got Ross there.
The catcher is looking to make a throw back to second, but nobody's at the bag.
And you got to be careful of that too, because that runner at second will take off and go to third. That one lifted high and down the line. Looks like he's going to run out of room, and does. Good effort at it over there, but unable to get to it. That is the East number 6, Ryder Coates. It looks like out of Denham Springs. It's over at first base.
Center fielder is kind of was creeping up a little bit. I guess he was reading the catchers.
Yeah, they've shaded him over to and that one stays inside as well. Normally, when you see an outfield shaded that much, you're going to pitch him away.
Yeah.
I want to leave it inside where he can pull it in that gap there. It's 327 to the Vantage and the Johnny's Pizza signs. I mean, Coach doesn't move, and that went right beside him.
Wow.
So the LBCA, before the games, they print the lineups out. And I'll wait and send pictures of it before I make all my notes on there, because he posts about the lineups being in. I'll wait and not do my notes and my stuff before then.
Yes.
Until after I send it.
I'm sure he would greatly appreciate that.
My wife asking me where I am. Interesting. That one fouled off as well. My Life 360 might be turned off. No, it's not.
Call me.
Right.
It might have been why's your vehicle at home and you're not at home?
Now she knew that. Wife 360 is yeah, that's a
battling up there.
Going to get a couple extras, and this baseball's in, and this is a tremendous at bat here in this one.
No outs, runners at first and second. Trying to make something happen here.
Yeah, Graydon Ross with a pretty good at bat.
Trail by 2 here.
That one ground up to second base. Going to try a little flip, but he's there. Going to come all the way around to score on that, hustling around the bases, and never checked up at all. Griffin Duce comes hustling around on that ground ball to shortstop, scoring from second. Another one of those rising sophomores, Law Falk, is in there. F-A-U-L-K. Out of Grand Lake is where this young man is from.
He's in there for strike 1. Nice fastball right on the inside edge of the plate. Foul down.
That one just goes foul.
Yes.
And look, you don't often see the third base coach hollering foul, but that was going to be as many outs as they wanted right there as it was rolling right to the third baseman.
Yeah. It stayed right up that line.
They'll do the 0-2 offering once again. Delivery is here, swung on and missed, and down on strikes goes Falk.
That'll earn the first out of the inning.
And young man came in to pitch a little bit earlier out of South Bow. The Knights, Alex Baguette.
Number 2, Alex Baguette.
He is a 2027. That one in there for a strike. And Hogan seems to be pitching with a little bit more of a pace than he did just earlier. I don't know. That one might have just been a little bit quicker because he slows down and goes through things now. Runs at first and second, one out. Bounces that one in there, but a good stop behind the dish. Now at catcher. Let's take a look. I think that is Trey Daly out of Plaquemine that's behind the dish right now. Yeah, Daly, the 5'10" rising senior. He's 5'10", 205, and is behind the dish. He plays Plaquemine as well.
Nice pitch in there for a strike. 1-2 now on the count.
West trying to answer. They've got one across here. Closest they've been is one run since early on when it was 2-0 back in the first. Picked up a run in the top of the second, made it 2-1. Then pushed across in the bottom of the fifth, a run 3-1. And here they've answered that back, trying to get things tied back up since the first time at 0-0. Swung on and missed. And down on strike. So good looking progression through the bats there.
For the West team, from South Beauregard High School, number 13, Jed Henry.
Jed Henry, another one of those South Beauregard products. Jed Henry. Try to do something here with two outs. That one bounces around. Good stop by Trey behind the plate to keep that thing from moving runners up 90 feet.
Yeah, I thought that one got past him.
I think he was trying to make that scene. That one now comes back the other way and inside. We like a catcher that is not moving all around back there. You know, when he set up outside, but moved and just got that ball. Not a lot of movement back there, and that'll lead to some close pitch strikes. That one pushed down the line and fouled out of play. Down the line past that big light stand on our right by the gazebo. Henry out of South Beauregard. South Bow Knights. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 down. Look, good work by Henry not to move an inch in the box, and that forced Trey Daly to have to get up and come around him, and by then the double steal was executed to perfection. Now a base hit could give him the lead, and that's just popped back where we're at.
Fills the count up, too. 2 outs. Gave him chase over on that right side of the field, but it's going to go out of bounds. Out of play. Maybe over there where folks are playing, so get us out of the ballpark into the playing area.
Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And things have, in the middle of the, they did it in the last game. Things settled in, and that one is going to be out to second base. Should be handled there. Coming across the body and throwing. That's a good play out at second base to throw across his body and come up and get that one. We'll try to get him to turn around and see what number that is, because that's an impressive play by that young man. And that is number 3 for the East. That is Mac Beadle out of Live Oak. Mac playing a good job over there. Was listed as a third baseman that was in playing second base on this one. Daly, Lamont, and Mathern due up based on what we see here. We'll let you know how it plays out. We'll be back bottom of the 6th when we come back.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use, anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our mobile app today.
Trey Daly will stand in there. It's Robert Daly III, and so he goes by Trey. Trey Daly will stand in there ready to go to work. First time that we've seen him hit. He came in and caught that last inning and did a good job around there. Been a long day. Started out at started out at the Summer League softball out at Ward 10 this morning. 2 balls and no strikes, and made our way down here and up here. Trey gets that one out to shortstop. Hustling down the line, but the play is made. Good work out there defensively by the West. Cash Wisby out of Pelican, Louisiana. Bronson Lamont will make his way to the plate. Bronson Lamont at 26 out of Brother Martin. You're noticing something, that all of these teams that we read about on the North Shore Prep Report are sending kids up here to this underclass game. That's some good baseball played down in that area. Rainwater in now at 25 pitches. Will rock back and deliver this one. That one pushed out into the gap, and there's going to be off and running. We told you, when you get one past one of these guys, oh, it's definitely going to be a triple. If they don't send him home, they're going to hold him here. North Shore representing, and Bronson Lamont with the triple. You get it in the gap, and I'm telling you, it's just off and running.
And now to bat East team.
This is Logan Mathern out of LaRanger. LaRanger's Logan Mathern. Stride in and trying to, well, these teams just, you get one and I'm going to go get it back. You get one and I'm going to go get it back. One down here in the bottom of the 6th we play. Don't forget, a complete day of baseball tomorrow from Amant Field here on the campus of ULM. And goodness, things will get started around 9 o'clock. The final game set to begin at 4:30. Chuck, did you know that?
Set to begin at 4:30.
Final game, that's right. Got 4 games tomorrow. The East plays the South, the North plays the East, the West plays the South, and you get the point. All of these teams will play each other tomorrow. That one is pushed into right field. Going to be tough over there, coming in and making a play, and then coming up, firing a bullet home.
Great job there.
Yeah, that
from
is
out
just
in right field. I'm not sure who threw it in, but great job.
It's Griffin Doucette is out there in right field, and he comes around and gets that one. Starting to look around and see. This is Mac Beadle. He was over at second base, made a pretty good play out there last inning. This one, he's out in front of him, hammers it right past the third baseman, and that is going to be a base hit. Diving into second base and still going to be there in time. That is went right by Barrett Cootie at third base from Rose Pine, diving for it, but it's just a hard hit double.
He scores an RBI on that one also.
That's correct. Oh, wrong school. Let me get back over to the right school, and that might make things a little bit easier. This is Parker Taylor from Doyle.
First pitch in there for a strike.
Doyle's Parker Taylor. Strides to the plate. Here's a delivery from Rainwater, and it's pushed over to right field. But Doucette is right there to grab that one, and that will retire it. But it's like Oprah in runs out there. You get a run, and you get a run, and you get a run, and everybody gets a run. We'll be back for the top of the seventh when we come back.
Central Louisiana. This is your home for live sports action. From the field to the court, 446 Sports delivers the games you love with expert commentary and passionate coverage. Cheer for your favorite athletes and relive the moments that define our community spirit. Our sponsors keep us in the game. Together, we bring you the best in local sports coverage. Join the 446 Sports family today. Watch, cheer, celebrate, subscribe to and follow us on social media. .446 Sports, where Central Louisiana comes to play.
Another pitching change on the way. That is Alex Sherman, the 2026 out of St. Martin's Episcopal, that is out on the mound on there. So there's your fostering community pitching change.
Nicely done. Nicely done.
That one thrown over the head, and we'll see who's leading things off. It looks like we've got a couple of new batters that are making their way in for the West, as we expect along the way.
Guy that did those graphics that we've got has outdone himself. Awesome. So
We're
guy or girl, whoever it was.
We're going to keep him.
The West team from Pitkin High School, number 7, J-Dub.
Pitkin sends their fourth player to the plate tonight, J-Dub Davis. J-Dub Davis finds his way in there and
inside.
Oh, just delighted that you could be here with us all day today. That one is off to the right side, and boy, and just let that one hop around. And J-Dub is going to be on with a single, and that's going to bring Evan Pierce to the plate. Pierce out of Rose Pine, second Rose Pine player that we've seen. There you get a look at Evan, the 2027er.
And now to bat. For the West team from Pitkin High School, number 16, Gage James.
They announced Gage James, but I have...
Correction, number 18, Evan Pierce.
Okay.
There we go.
They corrected there. So Sherman and Pierce seeing each other for the first time tonight.
He saw the stream. He finally got it there.
That one bounces around, is going to get back to the wall and hustling down to second. And seeking some interference right there.
Reaching out for it.
J-Dub gets to second base there on the pass ball. And now base hit away from scoring another and getting back in this thing. 4-2. It's been a 2-run lead. It's been a 1-run lead. Been a 2-run lead. Been a 1-run lead. And here we are at 4-2 in the top of the 7th we play. Don't forget, this one is going 9. That one ground to the pitcher. He's going to get it and go to first, but that will send Davis over to third base. We kept Pierce up there for the entire bat, but you get the point. Out of St. Louis Catholic, Trace Moreau. He is a rising senior. There's a lot of these players in this night game have been. A lot of younger ones early in the day. That one fouled back. It's going to make its way up and over this metal cover that's here. Just trying to push that one down the line and hit it where it's pitched. You've got to do what you can to get that runner in from third base. And this is what a lot of those coaches will look at. Are you able to put the ball on the ground and get this run in?
Got him.
Called third strike and going over to get baseballs. He called time quickly and went over there. And that's going to bring Cameron Burns out of Buckeye High School there in DeVille, Louisiana. A proud 446 Sports team. Buckeye Panthers had a good run this year. Went deep into the playoffs.
They did indeed.
Now 0-1 on Cameron. And again, there you see it. He's at 20-27 out of Buckeye. He swings right through that one. And Sherman has been throwing the ball pretty well. The lefty has mixed things up. Still some activity down in the bullpen for the West team, and that was ground over there. Going to have to come up and play. Burns is going to hustle down the line and not be in time. That is safe, and that's an infield single, RBI for Cameron Burns. And that will bring Griffin Doucet to the plate out of Notre Dame High School. Well, we were in, what was it, Pizza Village the other day.
Yes.
They're in around Notre Dame and Turling's Catholic and all of that area, and they had one of their helmets up there, and it had what, 5-6 helmets that were up there. Looks like a good place. We'll have to go take in a game down there sometime.
Yeah, definitely. Do some more research on it.
That one fouled back. 0-1 now to Griffin. Cash Wisby would be next. Here's a delivery here from Sherman, and that one misses inside. Good pitch that came across the strike zone, but did not offer at it there. Aletha Futrell says she's watching for Cameron Burns from Buckeye, and he just got you an RBI at an infield single there. So there you go. This one back to 4-3. They put up a run in the last couple of innings, but it was that 2-run first by the East that has this lead where it's at.
Yeah.
That one right off the leg of the pitcher, and it's going to go to that vacated spot. Shortstop's going to have to come all the way across and get that one. Boy, that went right off the leg of Sherman, so they'll go out and check on him just a moment. And he's telling them he's fine. They'll let him throw a couple of pitches just to make sure.
And out to the bat to the West team from Pelican High School, number 25, Cash Wisby.
Cash Wisby makes his way in. Now the 2026 out of Pitkin. Good to see that Sherman is okay.
Indeed, yes.
Because that was a hard hit ball off his leg. That one pushed right over the head of the second baseman. And boy, they're not huge base hits, but they're effective in this game for the first time since 0-0. It's 4-4. We're tied up here with 2 runs on the top of the 7th.
West team, number 21 from Westlake High School is Graydon Ross.
Graydon Ross will stand in there ready to go. Graydon Ross was the winner of the home run derby last night. And look how shallow they're playing him. And that's a young man that won the home run derby last night.
Kind of strange.
Big gap in right center. That's a big cut from that young man, and he was trying to get every bit of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's looking to find his way to the fence with one.
Yeah,
we found it it was back here where we're at, and nothing in 2. Where is it?
Yep, 1 and 2.
Yeah, 1 and 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Step off and look back at second base just to keep them close. The infield certainly not playing in. They are back. That one up and out of the zone. 2 balls and 2 strikes. This one, the defenses have played in so much out in the outfield and really only been burned 1 time tonight. And so you take your chances.
Yeah.
Looks back at second, now delivers. And double steal there gets both runners to third, and that will fill the count up at 3 balls and 2 strikes. I'm going to tell you, Sherman thought he had that strikeout.
Yeah.
That's why there wasn't a throw. Base hit would score a couple.
Got him.
Called third strike looking, and that will do it, but not before the West picks up a couple of runs in this one to tie things up. We'll move to the bottom of the 7th, but don't forget they're going 9, so even a run here in the bottom of the 7th won't do anything. We've still got a couple innings of baseball left. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the 2025 LBCA Underclass games on 446 Sports.
During National Cataract Awareness Month, Wallace Eye Associates is joining the American Academy of Ophthalmology to help prevent blindness by offering complimentary cataract screenings. If you're over 65 and noticing unusual changes in your vision, our free screenings can help determine if you have cataracts. Call us today to schedule your complimentary cataract screening. When it's time for cataract surgery, there's only one team, one focus, your vision. Wallace Eye Associates.
We've all seen how quickly things can change. Everything from the world around us to the cost of things we use on a daily basis. That's why we all need someone in our corner to keep our family protected while still watching out for our pocketbook. I'm Jason Hawk with Farm Bureau Insurance. There's no better time than now to complete an insurance review to make sure you're properly covered and not paying too much. Whether it's in our office, at your home, or your place of business, let us help you find peace of mind. If you're in need of your insurance checkup, whether auto, home, or life, talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK or online at talktohawk.com and let us help you protect your biggest investments.
Brody Anderson from Westlake takes over on the hill for this West team. He will face number 2, Jaden Ard, to get things started in this one. Out of Walker. Ard is 1 for 1 on the day. Big shout out to Ryan Murphy, says Ryan Murphy here, teacher and pastor at Pelican. Here for all my boys from Pelican. Well, Pastor, you got a lot of them that are playing very well from Pelican, having a great night without a doubt. Spirited bunch, plays very well. A couple of changes out on the field.
Going out to the left field, okay.
Yeah, 23 is going out there. That is Lincoln Stevens. Number 2, Alice Baguette is over at second base, and Ard now set to begin this inning. 4-4. We are in the bottom of the 7th. Corner infielders are playing the bunt from Ard. Ard took it in there for strike one. Now that one misses out of the zone. 1 ball and 1 strike. Brody Anderson, again, we told you, is in there. Started out in right field, and we saw that arm as he made the throw all the way to third base. Nearly got the runner, but not quite. Ard trying to push that one down towards first base. Would have been a tough one because charging over there at first base and looking good coming in to get it was Justin Hunt. When up and out of the zone evens things up at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Found ourselves in the bottom of the 7th, Doug.
Yep. Scheduled for 9.
Full 9.
This would be a wrap if this were tomorrow. However, it's not. And there's a story about a frog and wings and stuff like that. It goes on there about ifs that we're going to completely stay away from.
I thought it was buffaloes and wings.
Buffalo, yeah, that's 3 balls, 2 strikes here. Anderson, the payoff pitch to Ard. Ard fouls that one again, spoils the payoff, and we'll do it again.
Wild buffaloes, not tame ones. Wild buffaloes and wings.
2 runs across in the top of the 7th have tied this thing up at 4 apiece. 4 runs, 8 hits, 3 errors. 4, 6, and 1 for the East, and that is a pretty good at-bat and a leadoff walk for Jaden Ard.
Did I tell you that, not Buffalo, Firehouse subs the other day?
And now,
No, you didn't.
That's really good. Really good. And, you know, the official sub sandwich of 446
Sports. Absolutely.
We'll be hosting some shows coming up in August, too.
August 19th down in Lafayette. Marshall Serio out of Jesuit sees his first action there. Yeah, football season just right around the corner. Starting booking all of our guests for that show that begins on August 19th. Tuesday nights, you'll be able to see the Pelican Sports Report by the LaLue Group. Anderson looks in, fires this one. It is there. Gonna have a shot down at second. Ard is done. That's just tremendous work back behind the dish by Law Falk. Falk, again, that 28 Class Soil rising sophomore, and shows good pop time and a real good arm back behind the dish. 2 balls and no strikes. And slid through the bag, too, so if it hadn't beaten, they could have kept the tag on him and probably would have got him there. 3 balls, no strikes, and quickly running out. And Chuck, when you see the coach run out that fast, that is simply technique.
Yeah.
He's just saying, wait a minute, this is what you got to do. Don't do that no more.
Do not.
And you like to see that, just to sprint out there, and that lets that certainly lets you know that, hey, he's not coming out here to scold or anything like that. He's simply coming out here because something's got to get fixed.
You know what coach needs? Just looking at these coaches, they need some tube socks on.
Oh, they're not old school. That one misses out, and that will be a leadoff walk to Serio. Actually, a walk to Serio, not a leadoff walk, because there is one out.
And back to the East teams from Pope John Paul High School, Trey Dordone.
Trey Dordone there out of Pope John Paul. And North Shore Prep Report, Mike McMillan, if I messed that up, I apologize. That's a tough one.
Dordone.
Well, and I went off of what the PA announcer said, and that's and so we'll go back and look at a lot of the correction comments, and we appreciate those for coming in. I mean,
Definitely.
Look, we got 100 kids here this weekend, and the roster just got finalized a few days ago.
Right.
And so I think we've done a good job of getting most of the names kind of correct.
Yes.
So if you followed that, a decent job of most of the games kind of correct. Well, that ball just flew right over that fence area and up into the stands. Yeah.
And the mic is on in that area.
So now that you know that they are okay, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Brody, the recipient of good throwdowns from behind the dish there by Law. Swung on and missed, and throwing down, off and going. Boy, that was just
all through.
That was a tremendous tremendous jump from Serio. Looked like he goes first move on the righty.
Yeah.
Number 19, Lucas Surkoff.
Surkoff now will get in there. And once he was going, he couldn't stop off the lefty there. Let's find where he went to. There's Lucas. Lucas
There
out of
you go.
Haynes Academy. Lucas Surkoff.
Nice.
2026 out of Haynes Academy. Well, we met the coach there. If you'll remember the first game when we had the drone out there, what is it, Sapoli? That was his name, the coach
think
that's
so.
there at Haynes.
yes.
And I'm telling you, had just the most interesting stories about it in the 5 minutes that we sat and talked to him, like we've known him forever.
Yes. Because he was the one right there in front of us.
The drone,
Yep,
when the drone
yep.
was flying in.
He wanted to swat at it for a second there.
Right, and he had the fungo bats. You got to be careful
Yes.
with that. But, man, it was great to visit with him. 1 ball and 1 strike. That one is ground over to shortstop. They'll have it go across the diamond. Got to have a scoop and don't get it. And the game-tying run is going to come across. They play 9 innings, so that doesn't walk it off. But
That's a
hustling
go-ahead.
around is Marshall Serio.
Should go ahead and run there.
Correct. And Nathan Woodward out of Mandeville will have his second at bat here. He's 0 for 1 on the day. That one fouled straight back over the netting once again. Hope you've enjoyed the afternoon and evening of baseball along with us. We have, certainly have.
Definitely. Definitely.
I think we set this one on our setup. We have it set to end at 1:30. I think we're going to be safe. Hope we're going to be safe.
Don't jinx it.
Right? Don't jinx it. No, they'll get ready. They all got to be here earlier in the morning than we do. That one lifted out to center field, going to be a base hit. And so they're this East team is hitting Brody pretty good. That throw out from behind the dish certainly helped him out.
Yeah.
This is going to be
Now, up to the plate for the East team from Pelican High School, number 8, Robert Daly.
this is Trey back in there. Trey Daly, 26 out of Plaquemine. Went up and out of the zone.
Just a bit upstairs there.
Mary Pirelli is watching, says congratulations to all these boys. Go Cole Brackman, so proud of you.
Thank you for your comments.
That's right. Looks back, does Anderson, now delivered to the dish, and that one is swung through by Trey.
One of the fun things, I don't know if I've ever told you, Doug, about doing sports, is it tends to be positive.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's what our platform certainly is. That one, good looking pitch in there for the strike.
I mentioned something the other day that there's enough negative stuff in the world. Come out here, be positive, and just support your kids, support your players, support your team, and hoorah with them.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Trying to get out of this one with just the 1 run. That one up and away.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on.
Trey Daly out of Plaquemine came in as the catcher a couple innings ago. Look in and deliver this one. That one just inside. And that fills the count up. Runners will be off and going here from first and second. But you got to be careful with the lefty looking at you not to go too early.
Yeah.
But nobody's holding him on at first, so I don't think that's going to be a concern. So they'll get a good jump and a base hit. Both of them should score. The delivery now to Daly. Swung on and missed, and down on strikes he goes. And that's a good job of pitching out of that by Brody Anderson. That will do it for the bottom of the 7th. But the East picks up the lead once again. They lead at 5-4. We go to the top of the 8th when we come back.
We've all seen how quickly things can change. Everything from the world around us to the cost of things we use on a daily basis. That's why we all need someone in our corner to keep our family protected while still watching out for our pocketbook. I'm Jason Hawk with Farm Bureau Insurance. There's no better time than now to complete an insurance review to make sure you're properly covered and not paying too much. Whether it's in our office, at your home, or your place of business, let us help you find peace of mind. If you're in need of your insurance checkup, whether auto, home, or life, talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK or online at talktohawk.com and let us help you protect your biggest investments.
We're back here in the top of the 8th inning. Again, we're set for 9 in this one. Don't forget, we will play 7 tomorrow along the way. But right now, it is a 2-9 inning contest. North played the South earlier today. South 12-2 in that one. That one was over with early in that game. Jennifer Parslow said, "Let's go, Trey. California loves you." All the kids are doing amazing this weekend. See, I thought it's this weekend, too. That's all I've been saying. I said, hey, this weekend we're going to do this. This is just Tuesday.
Yeah.
So, yes, I've said that a bunch today, too, Miss Jennifer. It certainly is. Feels like it's baseball in a couple of games. It feels like it ought to be the weekend.
No doubt.
Get up on Saturday, Wednesday morning. And
Wednesday.
Right? I agree. Goodness.
Off the bat for the West team, number 10 from Grand Lake High School, Falk.
Falk will stand in there out of Grand Lake. He is a rising sophomore, and goodness, had a caught stealing on Ard back in that last inning. Showing a lot of progress. A lot of potential. Keep an eye on this young man. Sherman still in there. He is starting, I think that's pitch number 26. Oh, a big hack at it right there. Trying to get things going on his own. Well, the corners have been there. There's no doubt about it. These pitchers get all the way to one side or the other, some of them. I mean, it's just looked like it was in the same spot. But watching these pitchers that will get in different spots, and that's just how they learn. One will stand right in the middle of it, one off to the right, one off to the left.
Mm-hmm.
Takes that outside over to third base. Going to be gloved there and across the diamond. It will go, and in time to retire Falk. He is down, and that will bring Alex Baguette to the plate. He's our South Beauregard.
From South Beauregard High School, number 2, Alex Baguette.
One down here in the top of the 8th. Again, they'll bat in the bottom of the 9th no matter what. If they're ahead, tied, behind, whatever it is, they'll bat there. Good crowd over watching with us on YouTube. If you've not hit that subscribe button yet, do that before the night runs out. We started tonight 35 away from 4,000. We're down 25 away from it. Picked up 10 on there. We'll take that. If you're over at Facebook, give us a follow. That's a little easier than subscribing on YouTube. Neither one of them cost you anything. But that'll let you know whenever we go live, and we'll do it 4 times tomorrow beginning at 9 o'clock. 1 ball, 2 strikes here to the youngster from South Beauregard. Outer half of the plate misses. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Yep. And that's the idea. If you're over on YouTube, leave us a message and let us know who you're cheering for. That hits him. Oh, it looked like it got him. 3 balls and 2 strikes, so that'll fill the count up. Must have went right behind him.
Yeah, between his legs or something. But
that's what I thought, and that'd be difficult to do. But I certainly thought so, too. Sherman ready for pitch number 38, and he uses it to strike out Baguette there. Now we'll see.
One of those cartoon curveballs or wiffle ball curveballs.
Back-to-back nights here as Jed Henry, also of South Beauregard, strides in there. That one pulled foul. Coaches give that half-hard little olay to it. Banging around somewhere. That one just over the head of the second baseman, and Jed Henry does a good job. Thought about an extra base in there, but not going to get it. And that's going to bring J-Dub Davis to the plate. J-Dub out of Pitkin. So there you go, Mr. Murphy. That's one for you coming up.
High School, number 7, J-Dub Davis.
That's just a cool name, J-Dub. That's the one that you, yeah.
Yeah.
We've seen a lot of good baseball-type names today. Back in the first, we had Crash.
And Willpower.
Sport.
And Sport.
Willpower.
There was another one, wasn't it?
I don't know. I don't recall. Been one of those evenings, but so glad that you have been here and been a part of it with us. Adeline Pago says, I'm Pago, sorry about that, P-A-G-O, says, I'm cheering for my best friend. Or is she cheering for her boyfriend? One of those. Tim Lopez, shout out to the East and Brady McCluskey for Brother Martin. Now they're filing in. Alan Woodward says, go Nathan Woodward. So there you have it. 2 balls and 1 strike here to J-Dub. J-Dub with an opportunity. He's got to keep it alive. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. That one up and out of the zone for Sherman as well, who's getting up there in his pitch count. Don't know how many they'll have him go. Maybe 45, 50 at the max. 3-1 hitters count. And that is on the outside corner. I don't think Davis thought that it got any of the plate, but
there's a lot of thinking going on there.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. They'll be off and going from here, and and that is ball 4. Davis will make his way down to first base, and so a base hit and a walk and a little bit of trouble. And Evan Pierce now will find his way in. Rose Pine product, a couple of years left there. He will go and be a junior when school gets back going next year. Bats from the left side. An opportunity to push one of these down the line. Again, the outfield is in tight on there, so anything down the line, one pulled or one pushed down the line, would likely score a couple of runs, as the runners will be off on contact. That's it. That's how we get our feedback, is when you folks send out the comments of who you're watching. We appreciate that one. That one gets back to the fence, and now the tying run just 90 feet away. The microphone picks up all kinds of interesting.
Yeah, I'm not so
All kinds of
sure
interesting
how
comments.
close they are sitting next to it, too.
2 balls, 1 strike. Pass ball gets the runners up 90 feet. Runners now at second and third would easily score on a base hit, and that one comes up and in at the head of Pierce.
I can't see this camera over here to the side.
3
I can
balls
see
and
that
1 strike. I certainly can't. 3 balls and 1 strike. Brandy Daly says East. Let's go Trey and Isaiah Daly from Baton Rouge. That one inside and it'll load them up. And they're going to quickly get the bullpen coming in. That will do it for Shorman as he does hit the 50 pitch mark. But the last couple have been out of the zone, last couple of batters, and they are loaded up for Trace Morrow. Trace Morrow looking at an opportunity from St. Louis Catholic. A base hit maybe to the gap would clear them and give them a lead here as we play in the top of the 8th. We'll get who's pitching. We'll let you know about it, and we'll do all of that when we come back. You're watching the LBCA Underclass games of 2025 when we come back.
Are home problems turning your life upside down? Trust Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing to save the day. From keeping you comfortable to plumbing repairs and even generators, we do it all. Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, your one-stop solution for AC, plumbing, and generators. If you need us to save the day for you, call Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing or visit us online at southernairnow.com.
And we are back here watching the final warm-up pitches of Ryder Coates out of Denham Springs. The rising junior, 5'10", throws from the right hand and throws everything southpaw on there. Trace Moreau stands in. Jude Tinkstrom stead. He's cheering for the East. Blaze Tinkstrom from Brother Martin. So there you go. A lot of shout-outs from the East. Where you at, West? That one grabs the corner and is in there for strike one. We've seen him throw several that have went inside. Be careful he doesn't hit the right-handed batter. That one misses just inside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Don't want to cross up the catcher on there. John Burns says he's watching from Buckeye. Let's go Cameron Burns and Justin Hunt. So proud of you. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 down here. Trying to get out of this and will step off. Comes in with the bases loaded jam, does Ryder Coates. And this is one of those situations. Yes, it's exhibition. Yes, it's all that. It's summertime, and the kids are having a lot of fun, and there are just a tremendous amount of coaches that are here. Teresa Jordan cheering for the Westlake guys. Go Westlake. But you want to win these games. There's no doubt about it, and you're getting into the crucial part of this game as we go into the top of the 8th. That one just moved in on Morrow that time, and he finds himself in a 1 ball, 2 strike hole. Pitch is up. comes down and misses inside. The crowd is getting into it as well. I mean, it's not an exhibition to anybody anymore. These guys are going out there and battling. Coates comes set now. Will drop down, sidearm, throws a little bit of a curveball out of it. First one we've seen with that much movement. We saw that pitch in his warm-up, but the first one that we've seen here now tomorrow. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down.
But that was today.
Everybody back on the infield trying to just not let anything get by him. That one's going to hit him, and we talked about it. We saw those pitches that came inside, and if you guys were privy to the talks during the commercial break, then you'd have heard us talk about he's thrown some of them inside.
You called it.
Cameron Burns now from Buckeye High School. Out in DeVille, Louisiana, 2027. Will stand in there ready to go to work.
Well, there'll be 2.
That one misses out and away. So Coates had a good opportunity. Was ahead 1-2, threw another ball in there, and then comes inside with that pitch and just plunks Morrow right in the back pocket. Comes set now. Throws that one more outside, and staying away from that righty is what he's trying to do here. Again, big shout out to everybody that is watching on all of the different platforms tonight. 3,980. So we're picking it up. Every time we make a call for it, we get a couple of more on there. We're 20 away from 4,000. And I watched a broadcast a year ago, Chuck. I guess maybe it was a year ago, and we were saying, man, if we can just get a few more, we'll get to 100.
Yeah.
And God is amazing. There's no doubt about that, what he's done. And we hope that you guys enjoy tonight's game. And still got an inning and a half left in this thriller. And we'll be back at it tomorrow for 4 of them here at the Lou at ULM. Coates throws this one, swung and fouled back. And they'll repeat the 2 ball, 2 strike offering.
Yeah, it's subscribe button. It's easy to push. And if you want to get notified when we go live, ring that bell. That'll do the notification on YouTube. So.
I'll just warn you, though, that bell will go off a lot because we do over 300 games a year. That one misses low and inside, and that'll give the runners a little bit of a head start here on 3 and 2.
With 2 outs.
Off and going on the pitch here. Looking to grab the lead back is this West team. Here's the pitch from Coates, and it is pushed out in the outfield. Gonna dive and drop. 1 run is in, 2 runs is in. That's gonna have a play at the plate in plenty of time. Got him at home, but a couple of runs do score, and you saw it come all the way in. Good work there. But not before a couple of runs come across. 3 runs for the West in the top half of the 8th. They take a 7-5 lead. We'll be back bottom of the 8th when we come back.
Central Louisiana. This is your home for live sports action. From the field to the court, 446 Sports delivers the games you love with expert commentary and passionate coverage. Cheer for your favorite athletes and relive the moments that define our community spirit. Our sponsors keep us in the game. Together, we bring you the best in local sports coverage. Join the 446 Sports family today. Watch, cheer, celebrate. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on social media. .446 Sports, where Central Louisiana comes to play.
St. Louis Catholic's Connor Boudreaux takes over there. He is a 2026 out of St. Louis Catholic. Will take over on the hill. Leading off for the East is Bronson Lamont. He's out of Brother Martin on here, and they've got some work to do now to get back in this. Hopping over to the YouTube comments, Bo says, shout out to my big brother Brady McCluskey on the East team. Kim Daly says, East, let's go Trey and Isaiah Daly. Maul Kim and Paul Roberts, so proud of you two. We love y'all. And John Pierce says, let's go Evan Stone Pierce.
Nice. Thank you for your feedback and your comments. I'd like to throw them out there.
That's right. We're glad to do that. If you're participating in there, so are we. Connor rocks back and fires this one. It's ground over to shortstop. Going to be handled there. Across the diamond. Got a scoop and does it perfectly over at first base. Good looking work there out at first base by Justin Hunt. Scooped that one up.
The East team from the Ringer High School, number 16, Logan Mathern.
This is Logan Mathern out of La Ranger. Logan, a 2026. And now you've got the East having to get something going. 2 runs in the first for the East, 1 run in the 5th, 1 run in the 6th, 1 run in the 7th. That gives them the 5 that they've got. For the West, it was 1 in the 2nd, 1 in the 6th, 2 in the 7th, and 3 in the 8th. So we're here in the 8th of this one. Bottom 8, play 9. Good looking curveball across. Oh, when you're 2-0 and you go to the hook, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Rock back and fire this one. Another one, but it stays back on it perfectly. Vacuumed up over there at shortstop. Who's out at shortstop now? That is 13 for the West, and we'll get that for you to make sure. That's Jed Henry. Henry out of South Beauregard. Beetle back in there from Live Oak. Good work over there by Henry to get that. And quickly, Boudreaux has come in and got 2 up and 2 down. Coming out of Longville, Louisiana, let's go South Bow boys. That's right. They love their Knights down there. There's no doubt about that. Got to see South Bow a couple of times. Got to see the Lady K's a couple of times. That one pushed over. That's one of the interesting teams, you know. Take the, I don't know, let's say the Indians. You've got an Indians and a Lady Indians. Okay. Trojans and the Lady Trojans. Down in South Bow, they're the Knights and the Lady K's.
Because?
Yeah, you know, well, I mean, just a Lady Knight doesn't, yeah. So they're the Lady K's.
I like it.
That one ground back over to shortstop, gloved up and thrown across. And that will do it. 3 up and 3 down. Connor Boudreaux uses 10 pitches to get out of the bottom of the 8th. We move to the 9th. We'll play a full one when we come back.
Firehouse Subs just partnered with Hot Ones to create 2 new hook and ladder subs.
One with pickles marinated in Last Dab Reaper sauce to test yourself.
And a milder one with crispy garlic chips if tests aren't really your thing.
Find out how hot you like it for a limited time at Firehouse Subs.
We are back here. Lexi Burns says she's watching from Lake Charles. John Pierce says cheering on our Rose Pine dudes, and they are definitely some dudes. There's no doubt about it. You guys, we talked about him earlier. You got a dude down in Baton Rouge playing for him. Did I hear somebody call him the Freygers? Freygers?
Oh,
Big Ethan
nice.
Fry. You did hear somebody call him that, and so it's documented on there. But Ethan Fry having himself a regional and a playoff system. He is from Rose Pine, no doubt about it. Leading things off for the West is going to be Griffin Doucet. He is the right fielder. Swung through that one, and boy, that's a good curveball. When Coach gets it to work, it's certainly a good one. Again, look on the LBCA page, Facebook page, and all of you, and you'll see. But we'll have some things posted tonight of what the schedule is for tomorrow also. Fouled back, and we'll go live here. Ruby Broussard says she's cheering on the West. Grant Gautreaux, Port Allen, so proud of him. Absolutely. Proud that people are listening this deep into the broadcast and haven't put us on mute yet. 1 ball and 2 strikes, nobody down here. Coach looking to get out of this one, throws that sidearm curveball, and it's just fouled right back by Doucet.
They're looking for that next joke, but unfortunately, folks, I'm going to just tell you, I have reached my limit for the week.
He gets one all weekend, and that's there. See, I did it again. He gets one per week joke on air. And look, you don't know me. Some of you do. Some of you don't. You're welcome.
Yes.
Coach delivers this one, and that is lifted out to left field. Going to be a tough one. Now he comes up and gets it. But that's the difference, playing these guys in so shallow. And so the number of hits that they've cut off by playing in more shallow, they've been able to cut some things off. Cash Wisby will stand in there. He is out of Pitkin. And a lot of folks are letting us know they're watching those Pitkin folks, and why wouldn't you? Man, what a group. State champions this year out of Class B. And Coach JC and that group will certainly make another push towards it next season as well. 0-1 the count here to Cash.
That's money.
See, now you're into next week already. See,
I just thought it was a great name.
They didn't have unsweet tea. And so Chuck doesn't get sugar after, like a gremlin at midnight. He doesn't get it after a certain time.
Anytime.
That one misses out of the zone. 1 ball and 2 strikes. One down here. Again, the East will have their opportunity in the bottom of the 9th. That one comes.
Got him.
Wow. That just, that's that little pitch that just holds up. You start thinking it's going to stay there, and it tails across the plate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just ask Miss Stacy, my little bride, when does the sugary drink ever affect me? Anytime.
24/7.
Yes.
That's right. That one in there, a strike as well, and I think these are some 945 strikes is what is working to get. This has been a long game. That one in there for the strike as well. The Patriots Sun 1776 says South Beauregard, and Alex Baguette, we love you. Says we're doing a great job too. Ain't nobody muting y'all. That's what I'm talking about. That one pushed foul and over the net. Bangs off the facade of that cover.
Oh, yeah.
That is above us. Coach will come back and deliver this one again. Swung on and missed. He'll pick it up and get down to first with it. And that will retire the side. So we will go on to the bottom of the 9th. East has a little bit of work to do as they trail this one 7-5. We'll be back right after this from the bottom of the 9th when we come back.
Are home problems turning your life upside down? Trust Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing to save the day. From keeping you comfortable to plumbing repairs and even generators, we do it all. Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, your one-stop solution for AC, plumbing, and generators. If you need us to save the day for you, call Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing or visit us online at southernairnow.com.
Firehouse Subs just partnered with Hot Ones to create 2 new hook and ladder subs.
Connor Boudreaux will begin the bottom of the 9th here on the hill. Get an idea who that is hitting. That looks like Parker Taylor, and it is Parker Taylor out of Doyle. 23, Parker Doyle. One ball, no strikes here. This is on Boudreaux, as I don't see any more activity. That one misses. Off the plate, 2 balls and no strikes. Well, what a battle here in this one. It has been back and forth. Good looking curveball there. Starts out at Taylor and drops back over the heart of the plate. 2 balls, 1 strike. Nobody down. Leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the 9th. East needs to scratch a couple of off. And those of you wondering, they won't play extras. They'll play their 9, and that's it. They guarantee them the full 9, but that's all they're going to do, especially with a big day tomorrow.
Showcasing.
That one fouled off, and that'll keep it at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lexi Burns checked in again, cheering on our Rose Pine boys. There you go. 2-2 count. They'll do it again. Boudreaux fires this fastball in there, and I think it crossed up the catcher just a little bit. I don't know that. I think he was expecting curveball and got that fastball, and that's a tough one.
Mm-hmm.
Curveball fouled back over, and a good play made just in front of the dugout by Ard. Join us tomorrow. We'll be back out here early. Go on the air about 10 minutes till. Down on strikes goes Taylor. Good looking pitch from Boudreaux, and Ard now will make his way in there. Jaden Ard out of Walker, Louisiana, 2026. Rising senior. Ard is 1 for 1 on the day. I think he had that bunt.
That's right.
Good pitch on the outer half. It was another big at-bat for Ard, too. I mean, he got deep in his zone. He does a great job of quality at-bats on what we've seen today. That one misses inside. Boudreaux rocks back now, delivers the 1-1. It misses off the plate, 2 balls and a strike. Boudreaux has already equaled the amount of pitches that he threw in the last inning.
He has indeed.
Ground back up the middle, trying to glove it. I don't think they'll catch Ard as he hustles down the line. They do. Good. Tremendous work. Look, I have been so impressed by the arm of Henry over there at third, at shortstop. My goodness. That is Jed Henry that is out there from South Beauregard doing big work. Serio will stand back in there. Marshall Serio will come to bat. He is Jesuits representative here. No official at bat on the day for Serio. 2 quick outs for Boudreaux, and he did agree. We started talking about him throwing more pitches, and he says, all right, we'll settle down and we'll go ahead and get this thing going. Just 23 pitches, now 24 on the day. A couple of pitches away. Still an out left if you are the East. Look at Jed just over there taking care of business. The South Beauregard shortstop Doing it big here in the final out defensively is made by Jed Henry from South Beauregard. What a night that it has been. We've certainly glad that you stuck around and were a part of it. Before you get out of here, hit that follow or subscribe if you're on YouTube or X on there. And we will see you bright and early. I think the game starts at 9 or 9:30. If it is at 9 o'clock, we'll be there about 10 minutes beforehand. We'll be back 10 minutes prior to the start of the game, though. For all of you that stuck around and watched this, thank you. We appreciate you. From my man Chuck Perkins, I am Doug Gann. God bless you all, and good night.